Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Average Film Enjoyer Hooptober. We're your average film enjoyers, Jagger and Trey, and today we're talking about the perfect encapsulation of 80s slashers, Friday the 13th Part 2. In my opinion, the best in the series. So, Trey, what did you think of this one? Because from what I understand, you'd never seen it before.
Yeah, so until this year, I hadn't really dabbled in like old school horror. I was really only fan of like what they talk about. I actually watched the Scream 5, so like the Legacy sequel they did, because yesterday was like the first day in a while where we didn't have to watch movies for the podcast. So I just kind of binged 3, 4, and 5 of Scream. And they talk about like how recent horror is like elevated horror, like there's emotional undertones and all this stuff. So that's what I liked, and I hadn't really dabbled in like older stuff where it's just straight up like where it's just scary. There's no undertones, it's just scary. So I'm trying to go in my diary to see what I gave it. Yeah, 3.5 stars, 73 out of 100.
It was. This is.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I said, but this isn't scary.
No, it's not at all. It's honestly really goofy. And I think that it's definitely a step up from the first one. The first one I thought was fine. I wish Kevin Bacon could have been in this one, because love Kevin Bacon. But yeah, I thought this one had better kills, honestly. Had some pretty gnarly kills. Honestly, it's been like a week since I last watched it. It didn't leave too much of an imprint on me. I definitely like Jason as a villain. Obviously, as we've talked about with Michael Myers, having like one singular villain, like that's the same person, can be troublesome if you want to do like a 10, 12 movie franchise. Because at some point, there's like just a ridiculous amount of plot armor for that character. But I think the at least this one I had a good time with, and I'm excited to dip my toes more into the Friday the 13th franchise.
Yeah, I mean, I respect it. This movie is at my 84 of all time. I love it so much.
Yeah.
And oh, wait, is it 84? Hold on a second. No, it's not 84. That's my bad. This is my 69th of all time.
Sorry, I had to make the joke.
It's it's so stupid, this movie. It's goofy. It is, like I said, the perfect encapsulation of like the 80s slasher at the time. And it's got random gratuitous nudity.
Yeah.
Totally.
So it's perfect that it's at 69 for you.
Bam.
See what I did there?
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, Jagger's grandpa. Yeah, it's great.
Some great kills, a great sort of grindhouse type ending. I mean, you love to see it. It's so fun.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. This is, again, one of those movies that if you're like hanging out with your friends, it's one of those that you put on. So
yeah.
Respect to the movie that it is. And it's not for everyone, because a lot of people, when they like a horror movie, like something scary, this is far from that. This is just fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Jagger, do you want to share your big announcement with everybody else?
Okay, so when is this episode coming out?
This episode is coming out tomorrow.
The 13th.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
So, as of Saturday, October 14th, 2023, Pete Davidson is hosting Saturday Night Live at 11:30 Eastern Time.
Yay.
And for those of you not familiar, as of the morning of October 12th, the Pete Davidson, Miramax, James DeMonico horror film featuring Jagger Film Reviews has been purchased by Lionsgate,
Yes.
and there is a possibility that the trailer gets premiered tomorrow on Saturday Night Live.
Very
It's
exciting.
very convenient that it was purchased right before it goes up on Saturday Night Live. So if it goes up on Saturday Night Live, give us support, share the podcast, and in celebration, buy some merch or something. I don't know.
So are
Support
we
us.
going to get a personal
Big for us.
shout out from Pete, who's like, yeah, and this young kid, Jagger Nelson, he plays young me. He actually has a film podcast called The Average Film Enjoyer that he does with his buddy Trey, and everybody should go check it out. It's awesome. Are we going to get a shout out from Mr. Davidson?
We'll talk after we're done recording about it.
all in good fun. All jokes. We're not enough of a big time for that. But yeah, very exciting. Tune into SNL to see the trailer for Jagger's new movie. Do we have anything else we want to say about Friday the 13th Part 2?
No, it's just stupid fun. So
Yeah, go check it out. It's a good time. Obviously, subscribe, like, comment on this video, subscribe to our channel, subscribe on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, follow us on our socials. I'm Trey the Film Noob everywhere. He's Jagger Film Fan on Letterboxd, Jagger Film Reviews on TikTok, and Jagger the Movie Guy on Twitch and Instagram. So again, thank you for joining us today on The Average Film Enjoyer, and we hope you have a spooky Friday the 13th.